Hello, everybody. It's Max with Crypto Talk. Now, I've heard this particular expression that gets used quite a bit, and that is basically that XRP and XLM are the exact same thing, and if anything, there's really no difference. That could be furthermore from the truth. While both accomplish the same type of thing in which they bring a lot to cross-border payments and their technology and so on, what that entails, right? Having similar, TPS transactions per second, they bring a lot of security, so on and so forth, and especially with what they bring to, let's face it, CBDCs here coming soon. While that may seem common, the key difference is this, and that is basically with Stellar Lumens, XLM. Stellar is basically that peer-to-peer transfer, if you will, right? So they focus also on that as well. Where on the other hand, when it comes to Ripple's XRP, it is a lot of focus on, for instance, where the institutional money is going on the cross-border payments. So while there's cross-border payments with the likes of XLM, again, it's more that peer-to-peer compared to, on the other hand, with Ripple's XRP, that is not necessarily the case. So I just basically wanted to throw that out there for all those who are basically wondering that, because for whatever reason that gets brought up quite a bit, and I've seen other shows and so on where that gets brought up. But guys, that's basically the nitty gritty behind that. Now, as far as today's video, let's get right into it. So check this out for yourself, and if anything, shout out, of course, to Crypto Lulu once again. On his particular statement on why he's an advocate of, for instance, XRP and so on. He's going to mention specifically kind of like what I mentioned, right, where XLM is the peer-to-peer of the two. We'll take a brief moment on this particular one. It's basically about roughly under a minute, and then we'll come right back here shortly for some post commentary, as well as to share some other news with you guys in regards to XRP and XLM.
Why are you such an advocate of XRP to begin with? And then feel free to dive into the ISO migration taking place today.
I think it's clear. It's going to be Ripple's technology and it's going to be Stellar's technology, both serving different parts of the market. You know, Stellar operating in the peer-to-peer transactions, the unbanked people of the world, which is just over 1 billion people. And the reason I speak with that confidence is because they're mentioned by name as stable coins that are going to be doing this for the Bank of International Settlements. And then we see all the companies that are partnered along the way that all point towards Ripple with these massive entities. And then you've got Rosie Rios coming in, just the way the Ripple's all integrated in. There's no other way it goes. It's actually just a case of when. It's all set up. The whole process is set up. This has been in the process for years.
Been in the process for years, hence why he mentions that, he's an advocate for it, so on, even like myself, and I'm sure many of you as well. A little bit more in regards to some particular statements, of course, from Crypto Lulu and so on, and I realize that we share quite a few of his tweets, snippets, and so on, and if anything, I feel as though it's just more than worthy of a share. I mean, it's not just Crypto Lulu. It goes for anybody who produces really great content, and I see little areas or highlights that I feel as though that needs to be shared to the XRP community, or the ISO community, if you will, right? I'm definitely going to do that. So this particular statement right here, it says, why are regulators basically calling XRP just that, a security, right? I mean, let's face it, it's not just regulators in itself. I mean, this has been going on for the longest time, even with the SEC. This particular one is pretty short, but if anything, listen to this particular panel discussion, of course, with the likes of Crypto Lulu, and then we'll be right back.
Why are some of the largest regulators on the planet claiming that it should be considered a security when it already has many use cases? And I can pull up several that we'll address right now.
I think everyone in this space, they're all going to benefit from the inevitable. And I think they understand how their actions and what they say publicly can affect the masses. They know that if you say we need to do a carbon neutral thing, that's the agenda, that's what we're going to focus on, they know how people will react to that. And so it's this ultimate kind of control ability and the understanding of how the masses work. I think lots of these people will not disclose that they own the future currency. And they'll actually do whatever they can to make it seem like that's not the case.
Why?
Yeah, they'll make it definitely seem like it's not the case, to say the least. All right, a little bit more in regards to our particular coverage here at CTN. I wanted to bring this up to you guys as well, and that is this. Of course, shout out to another great content creator who is Coach JV. We covered this here briefly. I can't exactly remember if it was on the live show or if it was on a recorded. I think I maybe did a little bit of coverage in regards to an actual article covering this specifically. Might have been from USA Today. I cannot remember. But nonetheless, listen to this particular perspective, of course, from Coach JV, where it says, breaking news, Ripple joins Amazon Payment Services through partner Inter & Co. Now, think about this for a moment. If anything, I mean, it totally makes sense that they would do that, right? They, as an Amazon, with Ripple, you need to be able to have not just cross-border payments, but you need to be able to have it quickly, efficiently, and if anything, provide just that, a sense of security. And to be able to have it, for instance, on the blockchain, right? Especially with the likes of Ripple, totally makes sense. They recognize that, where the money is going, if you will. You think, for instance, Jeff Bezos doesn't have a team that has informed him of where the new monetary system is going and the technology behind it. You better believe they're doing that, especially with a guy who's ranked second richest man on the earth. Amazon wants to stay ahead of the curve, and they're going to continue to do so because, if anything, if you think about, for instance, where their company went and where they're currently at right now, they were a huge driving factor of a standout company, if you will, when it comes to innovation. They want to keep up with that, and it just makes sense that they would team up with the likes of Ripple and what Xrp has in that regard. So let's hear this. This one's about 1 minute, again, from Coach JV, and of course we'll be back for some more commentary on this one as well.
Breaking news, Ripple ODL joins Amazon's payment services. So Ripple's partner, Interco, joins Amazon's payment services, which uses Ripple's on-demand liquidity. And what creates the on-demand liquidity? Xrp. So as this case goes on, Ripple versus the SEC, all over the world, globally, they keep building partnerships with large organizations and companies like Amazon to move money at the speed of light. Now, what makes those transactions cheap and affordable? Xrp. So Interco, which uses Ripple's ODL on-demand liquidity, joins Amazon's payment services. I'll be covering this on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Link in bio. Make sure you like, subscribe for daily content.
All right. Yeah, I love that perspective. I love hearing about that, for instance, the on-demand liquidity. That's what, the ODL is, is what it stands for and so on, right? It makes sense, again, for the likes of Amazon, to basically team up and provide this, for instance, like it says, through partner Inter & Co. But, again, accessing Ripple's Xrp on-demand liquidity, that ODL is just, it's something to be said, to say the least. All right. In closing, I want to show you guys this particular one, and then I'll come back into the frame. I might have to make it like a YouTube short just to, share this particular guy's content and so on. I'm sure it's already out there and so on, but, I just want to get it out to more and more people. Shout out to Lark Davis. Has a lot of followers, right? 1 million, right? You guys maybe, be already familiar with him and so on. But this was cool. Xrp explained in less than 60 seconds, excuse me. So if you have a friend out there who basically is like, tell me, so-and-so, what is Xrp? Can you explain it to me in under 60 seconds? Now you have some, buddy who's basically going to do just that. Actually, even less than 60 seconds, roughly about 48. So we'll come back here in just a moment. Listen to this. Not too bad.
Xrp is a blockchain designed to facilitate fast and cheap payments. Using Xrp costs just a fraction of a penny. XRP was intended to be used as a bridge currency, thus giving international institutions a better way to trade between currencies, especially when doing Forex transactions. The ledger is run by a select group of validators. Parent company Ripple has been engaged in a lawsuit with the SEC since 2020, which has definitely slowed down adoption efforts for XRP and kept the price of XRP suppressed. Although Ripple does work with over 100 major financial institutions who are banking on the future success of XRP. Sign up to my free crypto newsletter. See you next time. XRP.
All right, yeah, that's definitely one I'm going to go ahead and share as we speak. I'm going to hit that like, and I'm going to go ahead and retweet it because that needs to get out there, right? So, guys, there you have it for the most part. I just want to state, we've been getting a lot of momentum here at CTN, mainly from, viewers and listeners like yourself and so on who, appreciate the content that we have basically and so on. And guys, I just can't thank you enough. It really means a lot to us. Myself, Larry, of course, who you've seen on the live show and whatnot, to be able to produce this type of content and get it out to the masses and whatnot. That is our driving force, if you will, is to create the content. Why? Because we're passionate about talking about crypto. Even if I wasn't doing this on the likes of YouTube, Twitter, and for instance Twitch and some of these other platforms, I would still always be talking about crypto to people because it's just something that I enjoy talking about and so on, even in this crazy bear winter market, if you will. So thanks so much for watching today's video, as well as all the other coverage that we have here at Crypto Talk Now. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please press the bell notification if you don't mind. It's up to you if you don't want to. And there you have it, guys. May have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.